Something I realized recently is that the majority of vegans are just delusional because some vegans still have a shit ton of kids for their own selfish reasons. Most vegans are against the right to die, and they think you're mentally ill if you don't want to exist. Well, you know what? Those people are full of shit. To me, it makes a lot of sense to be a vegan for ethical reasons because I do not want to participate in the funding of factory farming and slaughterhouses anymore. The CO2 gas chambers and the animal abuse that happens, the horrific animal abuse that happens in some of those places, well, that is what's at the bottom of a very nasty, slippery slope. And the slippery slope is animal exploitation and farming just for human consumption. Well, considering the fact that humans have basically enslaved other species of animals for our entire history, and the fact that we filled the oceans with plastics, and the fact that we wage wars left and right over completely stupid, petty reasons, all of that together is why I hate humanity. Now, I became vegan recently when I was already at the edge of suicide. I figured I had nothing left to lose, because being vegan can only ever be a good thing, you know, when you're doing it for ethical reasons. But, you know, to me it's not enough of a reason to want to stay alive, is what I think. I wish more people were vegan, and I'm more than happy to be one myself, but I still want to die regardless. That's kind of my situation, my current predicament. At the end of the day, even if everyone in the world became vegan overnight and all of the farms that exploit animals now became plant farms instead, well, to me there's nothing vegan about 8 or 9 billion people in the world. It doesn't matter how ethical our diets become, and it doesn't matter if everybody switches to plant leather instead of animal leather for their shoes and their belts, because to me it's still depressing that we would have to kill animals to protect our crops in the first place. To me, that is equally as depressing and horrific as factory farming, because when you have 9 billion people infesting the earth like parasites, well, even if we get rid of the animal farming and only do crop farming, well, guess what? We're still going to have to bulldoze nature out of our way. We're still going to have to steamroll across it to make room for more houses, more streets, more skyscrapers, let alone the fucking the crop farms we would all need to sustain ourselves. And it's also a depressing part of reality that wild animals eat each other alive in nature. To me, that is what is natural, and that's why I hate nature. Now, I don't think that being vegan goes against nature necessarily, because at the end of the day, humans are apes. You know, religious dumbasses might claim otherwise, but humans are apes. And what do the majority of apes eat out in the wild? Plants. And sometimes insects. I think certain organisms, you know, maybe their lives don't have all that much value when it comes to, like, insects and tapeworms. I mean, even the most vegan, plant-based, animal rights person, even the most vegan of the vegans in the world is going to tell you that if a tapeworm is in somebody's body, kill it, destroy it, get it out of there. Well, I pretty much see all life as being on the same level as a tapeworm, basically. I see all life as equally futile, worthless, pointless, and stupid. You know, ethics and morals are only good because, you know, it prevents suffering, and when the majority of human beings have no ability to empathize or have compassion with their fellow human beings or the animals they eat, well, that's why we gotta have laws and morals and all that. Like, the majority of people The majority of people need a religious book to tell them that it's wrong to commit murder, otherwise they would commit murder. Like, it takes a literal dictator in the sky telling you not to do it before it becomes wrong, when you should just not want to do it at all in the first place. I don't understand people. I really just wanted to keep this short. This is just a random rant that I needed to get out there, because I'm to the point now where I cannot keep my own feelings to myself anymore. You know, I just got to get my thoughts out there, share them with the world, and, you know, maybe just post them somewhere that somebody might be able to benefit from hearing them. Now, I haven't been vegan for very long, but, you know, I don't see my life as any more valuable than anyone else's life, whether they're vegan or not. You know, I mean, I don't like that the majority of people refuse to be vegan. They'd rather brag about being at the top of the food chain, and they don't care about changing their behavior, you know. Maybe when it comes to those people, I am better than them, but it doesn't really feel like it. Being vegan, legalizing the right to die, and, you know, being an antinatalist and not violating my children's consent by dragging them into this shithole against their will, without their permission. Like, those three things are the most important to me. Right to die, antinatalism, and being vegan, you know. If it wasn't for those three things, you know, if it wasn't for stumbling across all of the YouTube channels I found of people talking about these topics, I probably would have killed myself with a violent method a long time ago. Instead of, you know, researching the peaceful ones and listening to podcasts to keep myself sane. Since I'm just recording this on a voice recorder, I don't really have like a good way to record, like, I mean, I could record videos on my phone, I guess, but my phone doesn't work good and I'm too poor to get another one, so it's not a reliable method of recording anything. But I'll probably just use some like random video game footage that I have, slap it on there. Yeah, that's probably just what I'll do. This is just me ranting about random shit that's been on my mind, so I really wish there was a way that I could get shoes and belts that are made from plant leather at a fucking Goodwill, because, like, Goodwill prices are literally the only thing I can fucking afford at this point when it comes to clothing, because until I can find a plant-based, or until I can find a plant leather belt at a Goodwill and plant leather shoes, well, I'm probably going to be stuck wearing dead body parts on me and wishing I was dead every day. So, there's that. Because being vegan more than anything is just about a way of seeing the world. It's a moral position above and beyond anything else. I will be vegan until the day I kill myself. And that, to me, is a personal decision that I have made for myself. This is not someone else telling me, oh, if you're not vegan, you should kill yourself. Or even saying, oh, if you are vegan, you should kill yourself, because then the animals won't be affected by it. You know, it's not because anybody's telling me that. And I'm not going to tell anybody else that either. I just want to die, regardless. Because I want to die, regardless. And because I know that, you know, being vegan, or at least trying to be vegan, is the most ethical way to go, well, I'd rather be vegan until the day I kill myself. And that's all I had to say.